I'm curious, how old will you be when your youngest graduates from high school? My oldest is about to be finished with her freshman year, and my youngest is about to be finished with her kindergarten. And I will be 35 when my oldest graduates from high school, and I'll be 44 when my youngest graduates from high school. And that to me is kind of crazy because I'll still be so young and I'll be able to enjoy all those years with them. And some people are just starting out at that point. But yeah, I'll be 44. How old will you be when your youngest graduates from high school?
58. That's how old I'll be. My oldest is in her mid 30s. My second born, who for the longest time was my oldest, at least I thought was my oldest, is in her mid 20s. Then I have a daughter that will be 21 this year, and I have a son who's 13. My wife and I had two daughters, and then we decided to stop having children. We had two daughters 3 years apart, ish. And then we decided to stop having kids. And 7 years later, surprise, along came our son, Tommy Powell the third. And so we became a family with three children, a family of five. And let me just say something real quick, if I could. Having him made us realize something, and that is that the world is not built for families of five. It just, everything comes in pairs, comes in twos. And when you have three kids, you have to get two sets of twos and have an extra. The world is not built for families of five. It's built for families of four. It's built for families of six, but it's not built for families of five. Anyway, surprise, it's a boy. Now all of a sudden we have two girls and a boy. And there's a 10-year age gap between our oldest and our youngest, and there's a 7-year age gap between our what was the youngest and is now the middle child and the youngest. And then some years later, my wife and I took 23andMe DNA tests, and mega surprise, I had a daughter I was unaware existed. From a girl I hooked up with at a party in high school, never saw her again. She hooked up with another guy like within the ensuing days of our hooking up. She got pregnant, thought it was the other guy. The other guy was never really in her life, and they never really thought that he was really the dad anyway. The young lady's mom, the girl who I hooked up with at a party, turned out to be suffering from mental health issues and was never really in her mom's life or in her daughter's life. And my daughter was raised by her grandmother. But yeah, all of a sudden we went from having 3 kids to having 4 kids and 2 grandkids because my true oldest daughter came equipped with a son-in-law and 2 granddaughters. Ready-made family. And it's been a hell of a whirlwind. My 2 oldest, our oldest and my oldest, are very much alike physically, mannerisms and whatnot. We have a great son-in-law, 2 wonderful granddaughters, and it has been a hell of a ride. I will also tell you this: I'm done taking DNA tests. Our family is complete. 4 kids, 2 grandkids, a son-in-law, another potential son-in-law in the near future. We're not spreading our DNA anywhere else. But yeah, to go back to the original question, 58 when my youngest graduates high school. 58, which means if he goes away to a 4-year university, I'm going to be 62 when he graduates college. That's why I've told him, what are you talking about moving out? Just stay here until we die. Don't worry about it.